Hello and welcome to Friday's second edition of Cracking the Cryptic, I suppose, because I did a crossword video earlier for anyone interested in such things. Absolutely phenomenal Times Cryptic crossword today. Yeah, it was quite a battle, but yeah, I'll try and remember to put a link on the screen in case any of you are interested in that. But I'm sure if you're watching this video, you're about to see what I suspect may be one of the puzzles of the year. In fact, we had an incredible puzzle yesterday by GDC, which was a 1-star rated puzzle at 99% approval rating, just about, the hardest thing to achieve. But this puzzle on screen, which is called Body Snatchers by AnalyticalNinja and Kafkapharnaum, which is a new name to me, has a 100% approval rating. It has 5 stars out of 5 for difficulty. We have had umpteen recommendations to try this, and I think it's a brand new puzzle. And look, I just snipped the comments before I turned on the webcam. B Hunter 47, one of the best puzzles I've ever sold. Mixo, a masterpiece. Snooker fan who solves everything, fantastic. Just a lot of people saying this is incredibly good, and we've had some personal recommendations sent to us by some of the great and the good of the Sudoku community. So I am really looking forward to trying this. I'm starting it slightly earlier in the day than usual in case it's a long video. But anyway, I'll get to the rules and I will read them to you in a moment or two's time. Other things to mention before we kick off today. Let me think. I suppose the first thing I'll do is thank Pie Guy, the constructor, who sent me, after my comments about lemon meringue pie a couple of videos ago, sent me a recipe for lemon meringue pie. And actually, I have to be fair to Pie Guy. I was very surprised to see that all the ingredients of lemon meringue pie are in fact edible, which I did dispute. And I'm almost tempted to give it a go. It did look achievable, and as I say, I was sort of surprised that it didn't have anything in it that I would immediately find offensive. But anyway, thank you for sending it in, Pie Guy. I do appreciate it. I've got a few birthdays to do today as well. A couple of things to mention in the wider world. There are, I think, just a handful of tickets left if you'd like to see Mark and I do a live edition of Cracking the Cryptic at the Stratford upon Avon Literary Festival on the 27th of October. So I'll try and remember to put, well, there is a link under the video to that if you're interested. And then over on Patreon, we have the Paint by Numbers Institute monthly, our monthly competition is a series of Japanese sum Sudoku puzzles. Loads of you have been trying them and loving them, and we're not surprised by that. The puzzles are always very much appreciated by Panthera, the Asylum, and is it SM Marcus 100? I might be getting the number wrong there, but yeah, check them out. You will enjoy them. And now to birthdays. I'll start off with Ella. Ella, it's your birthday today. You're 25, and I know this because your wife Maggie wrote to us and told her, well, amusingly, I thought it was amusing anyway, said that your chocolate cake might come in the shape of a caterpillar, which is still fine, absolutely fine. But Ella, I'm very happy that you got Maggie into puzzles too. We're always appreciative for anybody who shares the word about Cracking the Cryptic. And Ella, I hope you have a brilliant birthday today. And then Erin, you've turned 23 today, and I know this because your girlfriend Katie wrote to us and said that the two of you also watch videos together, normally in the morning. So I'm delighted to hear that too. Erin, I hope you have a great day. I'm not sure what sort of chocolate cake you're having, but I hope it is a good one, a properly iced one. Next, Peter. Peter, it's your birthday, and I know this because your brother Andrew wrote to us. And asked me if I could do what I could to persuade you that you do need to play The Chance of Sonar. Well, you should really. It's really very, very good. It's a great computer game. And Andrew, I was pleased to hear that you enjoy this new series we've got on Saturdays, where we solve a non-Sudoku puzzle in my Saturday slot. I think we've got... Oh, actually, that's interesting. I better not say too much about this, but I'm not so sure it is an Analytical Ninja on the slate for tomorrow. I might be wrong about that. I might be wrong. Anyway, Peter, many happy returns. That's perplexed me. Is it polar? I hope I'm saying that correctly. It could be polar, but I think polar. You've turned 17 today. And I know this because your best friend, Natalka, I hope I'm saying that correctly as well, wrote in and said you might appreciate a shout out. And apparently you watch every single episode of Cracking the Cryptic. So Polar, thank you so much for doing that. And I hope you have a great birthday today. And then finally, Sophie. Sophie, you've turned 22 today. And I know this because your sister Paris wrote to us. And told us that you got a lot of joy from the channel, which I'm delighted to hear. These puzzles are absolutely wonderful things. They give so much joy to so many people. And Sophie, I hope you have a brilliant birthday. And with all that said and done, let's turn our attention to Body Snatchers. And I will read you the rules of this 5-star rated puzzle. I will make sure I'm settled in my seat. And this is what we have to do. We've got normal Sudoku rules apply. So we have to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Doublers. There is exactly one doubler cell in every row, column, and 3x3 box. These cells contain a full set of the digits 1 to 9 and do not overlap with the Body Snatcher cells. Okay, I don't know what those... Oh, I see. That's going to get explained in a minute. Okay. These cells contain a full set of the digits 1 to 9 and do not overlap with the Body Snatcher cells. A doubler cell's value is twice the value of the digit in that cell. So if that was a doubler, what colour should we make the doublers? Blue. If this was a doubler and it was a 5, then this would have the value of 10, is I think what we're being told. Now, Body Snatchers. There is exactly one Body Snatcher cell in every row, column, and 3x3 box. And these cells contain a full set of the digits 1 to 9 and do not overlap with the doubler cells. Body Snatcher cells count as exactly one higher or one lower than the value of one of the cells they are orthogonally adjacent to. Goodness me. Which cell? Oh, which cell must be in the same box as the Body Snatcher? What? As the Body Snatcher it's parasited by. What? Oh, right, okay, I think I do understand that. So what that is saying is, let's say that cell was a Body Snatcher cell. Okay, so let's have a colour for Body Snatchers, green. Now, I think what that is saying is that this takes the value of this one, or this one of those three. It does not take the value of that one, because that cell is not in the same 3x3 box as the Body Snatcher cell that's sort of parasiting off a digit in its own box, one of these three. So imagine this was imagine that's a 5 and this is a 9. Then we ignore the 9. I think that's the first thing we do. And the value this would assume, if it steals the nature of the 5, if it body snatches the 5, this would have the value of 4 or 6. I mean, it's absolutely ludicrous. This, I can already tell you, is brutally hard. And that's just understanding the instructions. And then we've got Ren bands. Each purple line contains a set of consecutive non-repeating values which can appear in any order. Digits can repeat on a Ren band as long as the value they take never appears twice. Yes, okay. And no value ends up repeated on the Ren band. Yeah, that makes sense. So what that means is we can't pay or disobey Sudoku, but if we had 2 5s and one of these was doubled, that's fine, because it has the value of 10, so you're not repeating a value on the line. Yeah, okay, that's exactly how I thought it would work. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual, but now I get to play Let's Get Cracking. Now, I imagine we've got a very long line here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so that's got to have some jiggery-pokery going on it, hasn't it? Because that's an 11-cell line, and there are only 9 different Sudoku digits. And then this line, I think, is even longer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Well, I think that will be the first time we've ever seen a 20-cell Renban. How can you have a 20-cell Renban? Hang on. I can see how you can do 19 cells, I think. How can you have 20? Because you can have, I mean, let's just count the possible Sudoku values. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've now used up all the natural digits. I can create a 10 by doing a double 5. I can create an 11 by stealing the value of a 10 using a Body Snatcher cell. So I can do 11, I can do 12 with a double 6, I can do 13 with a Body Snatcher stealing a 12, I can do a 14 with a double 7, and then a Body Snatcher to get me to the 15. I can do double 8 for 16 and a Body Snatcher, double 9 for Maverick's about to fly over, double 9 for 18, and a Body Snatcher for 19. So can I do 20 by body snatching? I thought I couldn't do that. I thought that I wasn't allowed to body snatch twice within a box. And I can't cross a box to body snatch. So if that was a cell that had the value 19, how would I create a cell that had the value 20? Because I can't. The only way, if that cell has a value of 19, it's a Body Snatcher. So I need a Body Snatcher to be in an orthogonally adjacent position, but in the same box, because otherwise it can't Body Snatch it. And I can't put a second Body Snatcher. I don't think I quite understand this. Let me just go back to the rules. Body Snatchers. Oh, one lower. I can have 0. I can have 0. Right, okay, sorry. Okay, I shouldn't have started with 1, should I? I should have started with 0. Because I could have a 1 and body snatch the 1 to create a 0 value along the Renban. And that's how you do it. And it's not 20, because 20, you can't make 20 work, because you'd have to body snatch a Body Snatcher. And that's too naughty. There's too much criminality going on if you do that. So this line has every conceivable value that's possible under the rules. And it must have, well, now let's be careful here. I was going to say, this is tricky actually. This is already tricky. I was going to say that it must have double 5, double 6, double 7, double 8 and double 9 on it in order to create the values that I needed to body snatch. That actually might be true. That might be true. What I'm worried about is, couldn't I create a value of 10 by body snatching a 9? And I could. But then I think I've got a problem creating a value of 11. because I can't create an 11 by body snatching the 12, because the 12 was giving me the body snatch 13. And I do definitely need a 19 body snatcher to snatch the double 9. So I can't do it. I can't do it a different way. I must actually have double 5, double 6, double 7, double 8, double 9. So I've got 5 doublers, definitely, but I've got 6 body snatchers. How many boxes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, right. Okay, so it's the body snatchers that are more constrained, I think, is my initial reaction. Yeah, it looks, I don't know. I think this cell might be where we start, but I need to think about that a bit harder. Wow. Okay, so I'm now saying that logically we have deduced that there are definitely 5 doublers on this line, and they are the doublers 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Definitely. But I don't know which boxes they go in. There are definitely 6 doublers, because for each of those doublers, did I say doublers? There are definitely 6 body snatchers, because for each doubler there is a body snatcher. And there is an extra body snatcher that's going to convert a 1 into a 0. So, and you can't have more than 6 body snatchers in 6 boxes of the Sudoku, because each box contains 1 body snatcher. So this line, which only occupies, I'm just going to double check this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The line only contains 6, is only crossing 6 boxes of the Sudoku. So in each box, there must be a body snatcher on this line. Now, what that means is that box 3, box 6 and box 9 contain a body snatcher on this line. Well, there are only 3 columns here. So I can't, for example, put a body snatcher there and then a second body snatcher there, can I? That would repeat a body snatcher in column 8. So there must be a body snatcher in column 9 on this line, and it must be there. And that is a body snatcher. Right. Okay. This is brilliant already. This is absolute genius, because now the nature of the body snatchers on the line is such. I know where I'm going with this sentence. It's just a difficult sentence to construct and state clearly. The nature of the body snatchers along the line. So, for example, think about the 19 value that we have to create. That is body snatching an 18, which is a doubler, which is on the line. I.e., it's orthogonally adjacent to a digit on the line. This green cell that I've just highlighted is a body snatcher, but it is not orthogonally adjacent to any digit on the line. So it must be the body snatcher that has the value of 0. So it's next to a 1, which isn't there because it's got to be in its own box. There is a 1 in one of these 2 squares. Ah, this is so beautiful. I can sort of I'm starting to see how this has been constructed, because now well, or can I? So now there is a body snatcher on the line in this box, and it's not in the same row as an existing body snatcher. So there is a body snatcher in one of those 2 squares, and there is a body snatcher in one of these 2 squares. And there must be a body snatcher in this column, which can't be here because there would be then 2 body snatchers in box 6. So there is a body snatcher there. There is a body snatcher here, I suppose. So the body snatcher in row 1 now is up here by Sudoku on Body Snatchers. Not a sentence, I thought I'd say. And there must be a Body Snatcher down here. Aha. So that, oh, I see. Yeah. Okay, so I'm getting this a bit now. Right. So now, oh, although, hang on. Well, okay, I do think what I'm about to say is true. Yes, okay. So now I've got 5 Body Snatchers that aren't this Body Snatcher, and those Body Snatchers have to be orthogonally adjacent to a cell in their box that is on the long line, that is a doubler, that contains, so that they're going to have the values 10, 12, 14, 16 and 18. Now, that means the doubler here is in that domino. The doubler here is not, well, no, maybe it is now. Oh, hang on. No, it is. Yeah, okay. I was thinking the Body Snatcher has to snatch from its own box. So what it can't do, if this was a doubler, no, if this was a Body Snatcher, it can't snatch that digit. So, and it can't snatch a doubler from here because we've already had the doubler in column 8. So I think it is just the case that there is a doubler in one of these two and a Body Snatcher, and they are related for the purposes of body snatching and doubling. I.e., if there was a double 8 in there for 16, then the Body Snatcher would have the value of 17 and would be taking the 16s. It would be snatching from that cell. So that must be the same. There must be a doubler here. There must be a doubler here. Well, actually, now I have got it. There is a possibility of a problem there, I think. I might be wrong about this, but what would be the situation if that was a Body Snatcher and it snatched that digit? Then that could be the doubler, couldn't it? So I don't think we know. I think the doubler is potentially ambiguous in box 4, but not in the other boxes. Whoa, right. So what we should do is Sudoku on doublers, because if we do Sudoku on doublers, given there's a doubler definitely in there, and that is true, I think, then this is a doubler. Oh, does that mean it can't be a 1? Because that's snatching. I might have got a digit here. This is so good, because this doubler is taking away the doubler from there by Sudoku, so that is a doubler, which must be orthogonally adjacent to a Body Snatcher, which is now not there. So this is a Body Snatcher. That is not a Body Snatcher. Now, I want to come back here, though, because if that's the 1, now we know it's doubled, so its value is 2. And this needs to snatch a value of 1 in order to become a value of 0. So I don't think that can be a 1. That's a 1. That's on a Renban as well. So that's a 0. Oh, I see. It's a 0, but you don't know. I mean, it could have any digit in there at all. This is most peculiar and really rather wonderful. But now these digits are all natural, aren't they? I think they're all natural. I've got both weird digits in all these boxes. So this Renban must be 1, 2, 3 and 4, I think. That seems logical. Oh, I almost had a brilliant thought then. Oh no, I think I've broken the puzzle. I don't believe I have. I've broken it. No, I haven't. Oh my goodness, I thought I'd broken it. Okay, the question that I had was where is the 1? Where is the value of 1 on the massive line? Because this 1 is not on the line. Now, the value of 1, because we can't have any more weird adulterations on the line, we know that each pair of these funny digits is dealing with things with numbers or values that are at least 10 or higher. So none of those can be the natural 1. The natural 1 has to be in one of those cells, one of these cells, one of those cells, and thank goodness that cell. That is a possibility. And I think this 1 sees almost all of those yellows. And I didn't spot this one, that's why I thought I'd broken it. But I think that has to be a 1. Oh goodness! So now I've got a 1 down here. So the yes, okay. That's quite interesting, because the 1 down here now is, what's the way to? It's the Body Snatcher. It must be the Body Snatcher, because I can't have the blue digit, which is the doubler. The digits we're doubling along this line are 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. They're not low digits. So there's a doubled 1 in... No, there's a body snatching 1 and a doubled something big. In fact, what we should do... No, careful, because that's not on the line. This digit is at least equal to 5. And the same is true for the blue digits in here, 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 but it's a bit of that's an awkward pencil mark, isn't it? Although, actually, hang on. No, I was... Well... No, I can't quite see how this works, but I can see there's some weird Sudoku stuff going on. For example, this digit now can't repeat on its own Renban, and it can't go in that domino because that domino contains 1 and a massive digit. So it goes on the line there, and it can't then repeat on the line, because if it repeated on the line, well, it could... Well, actually, I'm wrong. It can repeat on the line, providing it's a Body Snatcher. So that's not true, what I was about to say. I suppose one thing that is true is it couldn't repeat in a yellow cell on the line. Yeah, so that is true. So this digit is in there. It can't be in there as a result, so it is in there. And then it's in one of those 3. It feels like it's trying to do something. I think I will leave the yellow cells in. So how many we should have? Yeah, we do. Okay, that's a relief. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We do have 9 yellow cells, so that's exactly what we'd expect, because we have to have 1 of each value. That is, those yellow cells are an extra region of the puzzle. Right, so what on earth do we do next? I have not got a Scooby, actually. Oh dear, is this where it's going to become... Because although it's been very difficult, and it has been very difficult, it has been sort of doable so far. So I can't... I've had 1 as a Body Snatcher, so I can't have 1 in another green cell. I've had the 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 doublers, although I really don't know where they go. I've had the... Oh, but the Body Snatchers can be... They can have any value in them, providing you don't repeat a value in the Body Snatcher. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing what I have to do. I know that has the value of 0, but I don't know what digit it is. And that's not on the line. Oh. Ah, okay, that one. Let's look at this digit. What is it? Well, the doubled 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 are on the line. So it's that digit, I think. Because by Sudoku, it's therefore, if it can't be 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9, it's 1, 2, 3 or 4. It's not 1, so it's 2, 3 or 4. And it's not those two, so it's that one. So these two are the same. Okay, I'm running out of colours. I'm going to use letters. These two are the same. And that digit goes over there. Oh, yeah, okay. And that digit has to appear in our yellow set, so it's up there, which means it's down here. That has really interested me, but I can't seem to convert it into anything tremendously powerful. Not sure. I mean, in this row, the rest of the... I'm going to do this. I wouldn't normally, but I'm going to do it because I'm a bit stuck. These are the high digits. And I feel like there's something going on here. I just can't quite work it out. So there is one digit which is a 2, 3 or a 4 in here, and it is that digit. It's not quite good enough, is it? If there was a 1 on there, that would be 1, 2, 3, and this would be a 4, and that would be a 4, and this would be a 2, 3 pair, and there would be a 4 over here. I don't know. Bobbins. Okay, shall we try this line? What do we know about the nature of this line? This line was it length 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right, this is length 11. So how are we doing that? How would you create an 11 on this line? That's a good question. I can't... Or could I body... No, I couldn't body snatch the same... No, because I can't body snatch... I was thinking one of these is double 5 and is going to have a value of 10, but it can only be body snatched once because you can only put one body snatcher in the box with the doubled 5. So I can't snatch that again. So you can't create an 11. In fact, how do you do the line then? Do you have to have another 0 on this line? Maybe you have to have a 0 on it again. I don't think you can create an 11 on the line. You could create a 10 by snatching a 9 and increasing its value. So, okay, all right. So I have to... This line, the second longest line, I have to body snatch twice on this line in order to create 11 different values. I have to body snatch a 1, and that might be interesting, but I also have to body snatch a 9. So there are 2 body snatchers on this line. Where do they go? And the interesting thing about that is they can't go here because there's a body snatcher up there already, and they can't go here because there's a body snatcher here already. So they must go in box... It must be in one of those 2 squares, because I can't put one here by Sudoku. And then one of those 2 squares. Yeah, massive interruption. I'm really sorry about that one. That's entirely my fault actually, and it was foreseeable. I'd forgotten that I had to pop out. And yeah, I've been away from the computer for quite some time. I mean, not ages, but enough time that I've forgotten what I was doing. So let me go back a bit and try and. Looks like I was doing green digits, which were my Body Snatcher digits, weren't they? So let me try and resurrect. Yeah, okay, all right. So we were looking at this line, weren't we? And I'd realised I needed, yes, okay. We needed two values, which were 0 and 10. And we needed to body snatch 1. A body snatcher 1 to create a 0. Sorry, I was just looking to see whether I actually knew where that was, but no, but okay, but the body snatcher doesn't have to be on the line. So that's the body snatcher has to be on the line, but the digit it's stealing doesn't have to be on the line. So yeah, so what I was about to do then was nonsense. I was trying to work out whether or not, this couldn't be a body snatcher because it would try and steal a 1 from there, but it doesn't need to steal a 1 from there at all. So that's just total nonsense. Hang on, yeah, okay, they're body snatchers, so that's not a body snatcher. Okay, that's fair enough, isn't it? So this is a doubler, so this is a body snatcher. So right, and the doubler on the big line, they're all big numbers being doubled, so this is 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. Now the body snatcher we don't know the value of, but we did know the value of one body snatcher, didn't we? Was it? Yeah, we had a 1 here. I think that's the only body snatcher that my memory is telling me we knew. Okay, this can't be a body snatcher now, so that's a body snatcher. So this is not a body snatcher, which means, but this is on the long line, so that's the big digit there. This is a body snatcher, and that is the digit 1 then, because by Sudoku we had the 1 in here, that's why we pencil marked it. So this is a 1, the body snatched 1. This, oh no, nearly. I thought I had some. Well, maybe that's worth doing. The doubler in this box is in a relatively small number of cells. The doubler in this box is in one of 2 cells. And for our next trick, we will say that okay, so if this is the one that's creating a 0 value on the big line on the left, then it has to see a 1. It can just do it. It can only just do that, That is not terribly easy for it to do. Because if this did see a 1 to become a 0, it couldn't see a 1 here, and it actually couldn't see a 1 there, because this line would be constructed out of 1, 2, 3, and 4, and those squares would be a 2, 3, and a 4, and I'd have 4 digits in column 6 constructed from 3 different numbers, which won't work. So if this is the 0, the only way that happens is if this is the 1. And then this line would still be 2, 3, 4, but it would be slightly subtly different, wouldn't it? Gosh, that feels like something I'm meant to understand. So then there would be a 1 in one of those. And again, you couldn't put the 1 in either of these squares then, because that would be a 2, 3, or a 4, and then I'd still have too many in the column. So this would be a 1. Good grief. So if this is the 0, if this is the 0, well, if this has the value of 0, it gets its 1 from here, and this is a 1. It doesn't feel like there's quite enough pressure, does it? I'm not sure. Where's the doubled? Oh, that was almost a good question. That was almost a good question. Oh, hang on. Hang on, where's the doubler in box 1, Simon? I was probably doing that before I got interrupted, and I would have got that quickly. Look, where's the doubler in this box? It's there. It's in the same domino that the Body Snatcher's in. And that doesn't change the question I was going to ask, which is, where is the doubled 1? Because we know the doubled 1 is not on the big massive line. It's not there. It's not here. Oh, so I see. So it's in column 1. Okay, well that is quite interesting. The doubled 1 is in column 1. But does that help? Well, it means it's yes, okay. It's on a Renban then. It's just not a Renban we know anything about. So it's either there and in the corner, or it's here. Because it must be in a blue square. And therefore, that again, that feels close to being something relatively intelligent, doesn't it? So if you put a doubled 1, hang on, now I'm getting confused. Now I'm getting totally and utterly confused. So if you put a doubled 1 on this line, forget. Well, what I was about to say was gibberish. I'll tell you what it was in the interests of making myself look stupid. But what I was going to say was, if I put a doubled 1 on that line, was that line impossible? Because that would be worth a 2. And then I was trying to think about whether or not you could construct the Renban, but I think you can. If you had a doubled 1 with a 2 and then a 3 and a 4, that would be okay. The thing you couldn't have is a doubled 1 and then a 1 on the Renban, obviously, because then there would be 2 1s in the box. So that was all gibberish. That was all gibberish. But I've got a better question, I think. I genuinely think this is a better question. I know one of those 3 squares is the 1, the doubled 1. Where is the natural valued 1? This is it. This is it. Where is the natural valued 1 on the left-hand long line? Because it can't be body snatched now. No, it can't. The 2 body snatchers on this line are converting a 9 into a 10 and a 1 into a 0. That's what they're doing. So the only way to have on this line a value of 1 is to have a normal 1 on the line. Where? If there's a doubled 1 here in this domino, this one stops all of those squares being 1. This would stop those being a 1. This stops those being a 1. And that is a body snatcher. And if it was a 1, there would be 2 1 bodies. This is brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant, because this is huge. Well, it's not massive in terms of, but it is a big deduction. I get a 1 in the corner, and then that is so this is a doubler, so they're not doubled. Goodness only knows what that does to this line. I've still got the same question. The same question is still valid. Where is the 1 on this line? And these are all ruled out for the same reason, so it's there. That's the only place it can go. And now, nearly. I can't, the double, okay, one of these is a 1. Gosh, it would be useful if that was a 1, because that would be a 2, 3, or a 4. But no, just to finish the thought there, you can't put the 1 in here, because we know the high digit, the double digit, is a 5, 6, 7, 8, or a 9, and we can't put another green 1 in, because we've had a green 1. So, now, what do? We know that oh, there is stuff going on here. I think there might have to be a 1 on this Renban. Not certain about that. Okay, let's think this through very carefully. Where is... This being a 1 is powerful in box 3. Because for the same reasons I couldn't put a 1 in this domino, I can't put a 1 in this domino. So 1 is confined to those squares, which means 1, oops, not there. 1 is in one of these two squares. But isn't that logic going to be the same here? Huge. All right, I was right when I thought that there had to be a 1 on here, but actually I can do much better than that. This cannot be the 1. If this was the 1, these squares would be 2, 3, 4. They're all natural on that Renban, and this would be a 2, 3, 4 quadruple thingy made out of only 3 different digits. So that can't be the 1. So this is a 1, and that's a 1. And now, well, now this is big. This is big, because now these are 2, 3, and 4. But also, this square, well, what I noticed before is if this was a 1, this was a 2, 3, 4 Renban, and that can't be a 2, 3, or a 4, so that can't be a 1. So we get a 1 here, we get a 1 here, and we have, I think, finished the 1s. And we've got this 2, 3, 4 triple still, so these squares are all big digits. So this digit, if it was A, oh, well, oh, near, well, ew, okay, maybe it's not A that's interesting, maybe it's the, what's that digit? And the answer is I don't know, but I'm going to call it B. Oh no, I think I'm wrong about this. Well, no, I'm not wrong. I'm sort of not wrong, but I am sort of wrong. If this is B, and I'm just deeming it to be B on the basis it can't be A, if that's B, then this has to be C, because it can't be A or B. It can't repeat on its own Renban. But similarly in this column, that is also C, isn't it? And now, this doesn't do anything, I don't think. It's close, but I don't think it does enough. But I know this is now either A or B. And I know this is either A or B. Oh, bother. It's definitely not C. I don't like that pencil marked A, because it keeps making me think this is A, and I don't think it has to be. It probably is, but I don't think it has to be, and that's a different thing. One of these is A. Okay, so let's try something different then. This Renban has a big digit on it. This can't be a 9, because then this Renban would only be made up of high digits. It would be made up of 6, 7, 8, and 9, and I couldn't put 2, 3, and 4 in the box. So that's not 9. Might not be able to be 8 either. 8, 7, 6. No, it can't be 8 for exactly the same reason. So this is 5, 6, or 7. And again, even if it's 7, okay, so this Renban has 5 on it, I think, is the conclusion I'm reaching. If it didn't have 5 on it, because this is a high digit, these would all be high digits, and I have the same problem. So there must be a 5 on it, and this doesn't include 5. So it's a tiny deduction, but I mean it's still probably worth something. Okay. Oh no. Oh bother. I thought I had a good idea. Well, no, it doesn't work, does it? Well, no, it doesn't work. I was thinking these two have to. One of these is snatching a 1, which must be from its box, which could be this one snatching this to get a 0 here. But why couldn't it be that one? Well, I tell you a good reason it's not that one, and that's because that's in its column with it. So it's that one, and that one can't snatch a 1. So this is snatching a 1, and this has to snatch a 9 to become a 10 in one of those squares. That would be the most useful square. If that's... It would be the most useful, but I don't think it matters. Okay, so this has snatched that. That digit by Sudoku, it sees the 2, 3, 4 triple, doesn't it? In fact, both of these do. Because there's a 2, 3, 4 triple on this Renban, those two digits cannot be 1, 2, 3, or 4, so they're both high digits. Which in and of its... Oh, yay! Yes! Yes! What a puzzle! Right. Is that doubled? No, because we know all the massive doublers are on the great big line, and that's a massive digit, so it can't be doubled. It would be a repeated doubler, so that's a doubler. This is... Oh, we don't get the... I wanted to get the doubler not there. I wanted it to be... I wanted it to be on the line. I thought that would be more interesting for it. Right, okay, but we now know these squares are from 2, 3, and 4, don't we? Oh, well, we do. No, it's still not good enough, but that's almost a bit interesting. So again, all of my 2, 3s, and 4s look like they're trying to do things. This is an A, B. Oh, I've got it. Yes. Yes, right. What is that? This puzzle. This is a great puzzle. In the history of Sudoku, this is a great puzzle. And I've only got 9 digits. But look, what is this? This digit is not A by dint of fact A has been doubled already, and it's not C, so that is B. And therefore that is A, but more interestingly, that is B. So this is now, it's a doubler that's not A or B. That's been available for ages as well. And it's been available, so that's C. So one of these is B. Have we doubled B? No. Have we had a Body Snatcher of B yet? I don't know. Have we had... C is in one of those squares, but again, I don't think I've had a green C yet. I've got a B here. Oh, that's nearly good. But have we had a... No, we might have had a Body Snatch B, but not necessarily. Wow, okay, well that was nearly very exciting. So probably I think I've got to carry on labelling these big digits just so that I can see what they're doing from a purely Sudoku perspective. Look, B, from a purely Sudoku perspective, is in one of those squares. Oh, hang on, I think I put 2 there and I was trying to put B by Sudoku. And therefore... 7, 6, 5. Oh no, that's okay. That's okay. That could be That could still be a 7. I was going to say it couldn't be, but I think it could. If the Rembrandt went 7, 6, 5, 4, and B was 4, it would work. Right. Is there any clever Sudoku? We've got A. No, it's still very weird. We really don't know much about just the sizes of digits in a lot of places. B is doubled on this line. So that's a 4, 6, or an 8 of value, which means we can't repeat that value in the rest of the squares. Like if this was doubled 4, we couldn't have an 8 on this line as a natural. I mean, it's a small point, I'm sure. No. Okay, there's one thing I've just noticed, which again I don't think it's key, but I'll mention it, is that I have got several big green digits now. I haven't quite got enough, but they seem to have a similar sort of profile to the doublers, don't they? They seem to be appearing in adjacent cells to them. Can we do... No, we can't. A is up here. C is in there, or there. Just... Oh, okay. Whatever C is, yeah. I think this is a good question. C, obviously it's doubled here, but forget that for a moment. It has to appear in plain vanilla form on this line. Oh, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. That's not even true. Sorry. Because it could be... Oh, no, could it be doubled on the line? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think I've got problems here, actually. I think I've got problems. I've got, unless I'm wrong, and I could well be wrong, I've got to get A, B, and C onto this line in their natural form. Now, let's start with C. I don't know whether C is 2, 3, or 4. Let's imagine it's 2. Where is it going on this long line? And I don't... Well, we know C is different from B, and it's not the same as these. It can't go there, it can't go here, and it can't go there, which I think leaves one cell for it. So I think that cell has to be C, and it's 2, 3, or 4. And then it has appeared online. But now, don't I have the same issue with A? Because A now has... I don't think there's anywhere for A to go. Because if A natural, it wouldn't... I've missed something here, haven't I? There's no way. I can't put A on the line. Ah. Hang on then. Can I put... I could put B on the... Yes. I see it. Right. This is... It's just amazing. This is an amazing puzzle. Because A... Let me get... I just want to make absolutely sure what I'm about to say is right. I think it's right. A must appear... It's a 2, 3, or a 4, so it must appear in plain vanilla form on this line. because the only nonsenses we've got on the line are created by body snatching. Now, I can't put A in plain vanilla form on the line because there's nowhere for it to go. So the only way of putting an A on the line, it's a 2, 3 or a 4 value, is by doubling B, which is on the line. And I think that means A is 4 and B is 2. And that allows me to get a natural 4 on this line. So C is 3 would be the corollary of that. And C has appeared on this line, which is great. But then we can ask a subsidiary question, actually, which might not be a good question. But I was going to say that then B obviously hasn't appeared on the line because B is 2 and has been doubled here. So there needs to be a B on the line, but maybe the B can just be there. C is in one of those squares, according to this logic. A. Well, we don't know, do we? I don't think I know. I think I nearly know, but I don't quite know. But anyway, I think the logic is sound. So I think if that logic holds, then B is 2, wherever it appears. And A is 4, wherever it appears. And C is 3, wherever it appears. I'm going to get loads more digits from this. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I've got a 2 on this line as my B digit. So this can't be 7. I think this has to be 5. I think this line now has to be 2, 3, 4, 5 by that logic. So I'm actually going to put that in with the 2 being here. No 4. No, the 4 goes there, look. And 4, I've forgotten what 4 was. 4... I can't remember. What was 4? What was this digit? That was the B digit that was 2. So A was 4. So this is A. Does that matter? It might not. C was 3. I do remember that. So 3 is in one of those. Let's get rid of the C nomenclature if we can. A was 4. Let's get rid of that. A is 4. C was 3. That line's become interesting. Wait a moment. Wait a moment. C is 3. I can't put 3 on this line because it would have to have a 1 or a 4 on it by sort of Rembanic logic. So that is a 3. Okay, but it's a body snatcher. So all that means is the rest of the greens can't have 3 in them anymore. But this line is selected, look, from 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, so it has a 7 on it because it's a 3-cell line. So that's not 7. This square is a 5. That's a 2, 3 pair. This square is not a 5. This square is not a 5. These squares are 6, 7, 8 and 9. That means this square... Oh, that means I've broken the puzzle. Because by that logic, this should be a 3, and it can't be because I've got a 3 here. Oh, no. So where did all that all came from this, didn't it? All the way down there. When I was trying to think about where I put that onto this line as a natural digit. Which is still a very valid question. But it's clearly wrong, isn't it? Because I definitely don't seem to be able to put that digit into... Well, I can't put it anywhere in this box. So there's an error. What did we do wrong there? What did we do wrong there? We said that this digit had to appear on the line. So it has to go here. Oh dear, dear, dear. Sorry. I don't know. Well, does it then? Let's think. Let's go back. Where did we get to? I said that. I said that. Hang on, why did I put a 2 up there? B up there. B up there is fine. But then deleting this A might have been wrong. Maybe there was another way of thinking this through. Yeah, okay. All right, so I have made a logical I've given myself a problem here. C is definitely in these squares. I mean, that is true, isn't it? So C is in one of these 3 squares. Whoops. Which means C is not on this Renban here. And in fact C, I'm going to reach a totally different conclusion now. Oh, this is good though. Ah. So the logic I got, this is genius. The logic I got was it was on the right lines, but I made a logical I did something incorrect, because what I did was I thought it was legitimate to say that this digit had to appear on this line, and therefore it had to go here. But I forgot that actually I could put this digit on the line if this is 2 and that's 4, because then this is a 4 because it's doubled. And the beautiful thing about the logic with C here, now forcing this off the line, is now we can... Yeah, so I thought A was the problem, but it's not, it's C. And a lot of what I've just done, I think, is going to still be sort of valid. But let's think this through. So now... C cannot appear naturally on this line, but must appear as a value. So this is now 2. This is 2. That's the same as what I got before, isn't it? So B is 2 wherever we see it, which means this line is still 5. These are still 2, 3, and 4, which means one of them is B, which is one of these is B. These are not B. B is there. Let's just deal with B first. This has to be 4. C is 4, is what we've now learned. C is 4. C is 4. A is 3. So this is 3. This is 2, 4. And one of these is 4. I don't know whether the logic... What's A? A is 3, isn't it? A is 3 now. Is that one, I think. So that's 3. One of these is 3. It might have to be this one to get it on the line, but we'll work that out in a second or two. Okay. A is 3, so A is not that one. A is in one of these. Let's get rid of the A nomenclature. Let's get rid of the C nomenclature. The B was, oh, I don't know, was B 2. Yeah, B was 2. So one of these is a 2. We can get rid of A. C was 4. So one of these is a 4. And then we know which one it is. It's that one. So this is, I'm definitely putting it in. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. Now, okay, let's try and think this through. So now I've got to put a real, that's not, I don't think that's actually as hard as I thought it was going to be. I was going to say I've got to put a real 2 on this line, but that seems to be easier than some of these other digits. Yeah, this is weird actually. This is a weird thing. It might even be to do with that line now, believe it or not. Though these squares are still 6, 7, 8, and 9. One of these 3 is 5. These are not 5, so that's still all valid. Yeah, this is all changed dramatically, hasn't it? Down here. So that's still total nonsense. Now this was stealing a 1 to become a 0, so there's a 9 being stolen from one of those. Okay, and we did need to put a 2 on this line, but okay, I don't know, it doesn't seem like I can do very much more, even though I've got all these 2s, 3s and 4s in the grid, which I'm really shocked by. Where, oh, well, that's okay. Where is 2 in the yellow extra set? It's not there, is it? So 2 is in one of those squares. So 2 is in one of these squares. Have we had 2 in green? No. So that's not a clever thought. And if this was a 2 in green, then it's a Body Snatcher stealing a 9. So there would still not have been a 2 on the line. So there would need to be a 2 on the line. But the 2 on the line could still be here or here. Yeah, okay, so that's not clever. It's not clever. It's not big and it's not clever. Okay, so instead of that, what we're going to have to do is what? I do not know. We could... I don't know. It's not this line, is it? I mean, this line has got a 2 on it, I suppose, because it's a double digit. And it can't have a 1 on it now. Can it? No, it can't. Although, maybe it could have the value of 1. Because this digit, if whatever that is, if it body snatched that and then went lower, it could be a 1. Ah, good grief. So all we know is we can't probably put 8 or 9 on this, because 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, we can't put 8 or 9. So these are 8 and 9, which feels almost relevant. The other thing we can't put on, oh, maybe this is this 2, 8, 9 then? Because what do you do with 2? Oh no, you could put 2 in the green cell, could you? Yeah, maybe you can. God, you've got to be very careful with the logic here. It's really difficult to think this through. 4 almost does have to be on the line. If that was 4, this would be 8, 9. And then, but then 2 would be on this line and would have to be here, because otherwise there would be 2 values of 2 on the line. But then there would be a 3. Wouldn't there be then? Hang on. What value would the 2 have on the line? Because it could. Oh, I see. It could have a value of 1. Yeah. So it would look at this square and say, I see you as a 2. I'm going to reduce your value to be a 1. And so the 1, 2. So there would be a 2, 1 pair that would have the opposite values to them. Their naked. That's ludicrous. It's probably right, isn't it? If this is a 2 and that's a 1, but this counts as 2, then that could be a Body Snatcher becoming a 1 by halving the value of this, or not halving it, but taking 1 off it. Oh, that's so ludicrous. Wow. Okay. That's what it's going to be, I think. Wow. Right. So instead of that, we're going to have to come up with some other piece of logic, aren't we? He says, desperately trying to work out how we're going to do that. No, what I was about to say is not true. This digit is high because it can't be 2, 3 or 4. And it's a yellow digit, so it's 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9. So one of these is high and 2 of them are low. And as there's a 3 up here, actually, that seems to have to be a 3. Which means, oh, I might get a 3 in the corner. Which feels like it might be progress, doesn't it? If that's a 3, oh, that feels difficult. No. How could that be a 3? I mean, although it's bad, because it means I don't get a 3 in the corner. If that's a 3, this Renban line needs to either have 1 or 4 on it, and it can have neither, so the 3 goes there. Now, oh, no, it's still no good. 3 is getting a bit more pincered in at the top here, but it's still, I still don't think we know where it goes. It's in one of those 3 squares. Which is sort of interesting, but I don't think it's good enough. So now, okay. So this has the value of 8, but we don't care because it's not on a Renban. This has to have 7 on it because it's totally natural digits. So it could still be 7, 8, 9 actually. Which is sort of interesting. 1, 2, 3. If this was a 4, 4, 5, 6 would be fine, wouldn't it? And then these would be 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I think that's probably fine. I mean, without going to the nth degree, it seems okay. Right, so instead of that, what are we going to do? We are going to... Okay, all of these digits are high in this column. I mean, that's a dreadful pencil mark. I cannot tell you how dreadful that pencil mark is. Oh, but hang on. No, I thought there was a... Yeah, 4 has appeared in yellow already. Yeah, where's... That's a good question. This is a better question. This is a much better question. 4 has appeared in yellow already. So 4 is in one of these 3 squares, and therefore 4 is in the green square there. Now let's take 4 out of all the other green squares, which is actually going to do nothing for us, is it? Because I haven't got 4 penciled into any green squares. No! Okay, 4 is in one of those 2 squares. Does that do anything? No. Alright, so these squares are all massive digits, but the Renban... So we are right back where we started, where there must be a 7 on this Renban again. And that's really quite awful. I mean, it's not done anything for us. That's a high digit. We might have to start colouring these high digits or something and trying to work out what on earth is going on with them. Or, well, I'm not sure. There's two possible schools of thought, I feel. And neither of them are obvious to me about what on earth is going on. School of thought 1. Relates to the need. Oh, I almost had a good thought then, but it's not worked. Okay, my thought was, where does 3 go on this big long line? And when I say 3, let me be clear, I mean natural 3. This is a good question. This is so stupid, but it's a really good question. It's a really good question. Because, okay, where? And the answer is, I think, here, that's one possibility, and there are two possible places. This one and this one. But the interesting thing is, if that is right, and I'm not sure it is, but if it is right, I think it is right, this can't be a 3. Because if that was a 3 in this box, I couldn't put a 3 on this line at all. So this is not 3. But once that's not 3, then the question is, where is 3 in this box? And simply it is there. And then it can't repeat on its own Renban, because it's natural. And once it can't repeat on its Renban, it now... Well, that's the cell I thought was going to be a 2, so that's a 3 now. So 3 has appeared in green. It's made its debut in green. Oh, goodness only knows what that means its value is. Oh goodness, actually, in fact, I've broken this, haven't I now? I've broken it again. Ah! No! Stupid puzzle! What? How do I... The reason I think I've... The reason I think I've broken... Oh, no, it's okay. Because I can steal the... Oh, my goodness me. Right. Okay. Let me explain my thought process. I thought I'd broken it because this 3 doesn't have the value of 3 on this Renban, because it's body snatching. And yet, this Renban, which has a 2 on it and is a 6-cell Renban, must have the value of 3 on it somewhere. Well, how was I going to... I can't put a naked 3 into any of these other squares. So the only way to create a value of 3 is for this to have the value of 3, and yet it's a body snatcher. But that's possible because it looks at this square, which has the value of 2, and it snatches it and increases its value by 1 and becomes itself. So it's sort of, I don't know what to describe it as, a vampire body snatching nonsense creature. And the vampire nonsense creature, I don't know what that means really. I don't really know how to... What is going on? What is going on? And why can't I see this is the value? So hang on, now I do have an issue with 2 in this box. Because I can't... This has a value of 2. So I can't put another 2 naked on this line. So these are 2, 8, and 9. Of course, that doesn't do anything. Probably. Although it must give me some Sudoku solace in these squares, doesn't it? 4, 5, 6 and 7. Well, you'd think so, but actually it appears not. No, come on. This is mean of you. Naughty puzzle. Wow. It might be to do with 2s on this line now, I'm not sure. Because I haven't got a 2 on it. I know there's a 9 being stolen here, but still don't know where from. Well, no, I was about to say, okay, well, let's... So the body snatched 2 now is in one of those 2 squares. I don't know if that tells me something. Do these 2 squares see something? I'm not sure. If there was a 2 in here, that would be a natural 2. This would be a body snatch 2. That would be a 2, because this couldn't have a repeated body snatch 2. And there would be nowhere for 2 in this box. I mean, that's ludicrous if that's... I mean, it's really quite beautiful, isn't it? Is that legitimate? So here's the logic again. If there is a 2 in one of these squares, then the 2 in this box is a body snatcher. This can't be a body snatcher, so that's a 2. And there is nowhere. It's legitimate. I think that's legitimate. So this is a 2. Which means that is a 2, that's a 2, that's a 4, that's a 4. Okay, it's got to be interesting a little bit at least, surely. Okay, yes, I see. So now it works the other way, because now there must be a 9 in here, and that takes 9 out of here, yet this cell is body snatching a 9, which now must live here. This Renban, therefore, is 9, 7, 8. This is a very long video. This square is a 7 because it sees this 8, 9 pair. So 7 and 8 go in. Well, I could start to go ham on these pencil marks now. Maybe I have to. Yeah, look, 7, 9 come out of these. Where is 5 in... No, that's not true. Bobbins. This is not 9 or 8. So, okay, this must be where we look. 2, 5, 6. And we know that's not 2. And we've still got the same issue, haven't we? Which is that we haven't put a natural 2 on this line, and now there's even less places to put it. Where does it go? And the answer is, it's not here, because that would be a body snatch 2. But hang on, this is a body snatcher. But why couldn't... the 2 is just in one of those 2 cells, is it? Is that the point? So I still don't know anything. Ah, sorry. I thought that in my brain I thought I'd got some logic that was going to reveal where the 2 was on this line, but I think actually it's still got 2 possibilities. Okay. What about... So these are just 2s, 5s and 6s, but I simply don't know anything. Maybe 5s and 6s or something we have to shade. Because we've had 8 and 9. We can't repeat 8 and 9. We need to have a 7. That's true. And that 7 looks like it's in one of those 2 squares, which means this can't be a 7, because if this was a 7, there wouldn't be possible to put a 7. Yeah, so these 4 squares here are a 2, 5, 6, 7 quadruple. But that's not good enough. Oh dear. Or perhaps, I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry about this. I don't quite see how I'm going to resolve it. Right, 4's come out of those squares. 5 comes out of this square. So this is 6 or 7. In fact, oh, maybe Sudoku. Are you going to be friendly, Sudoku, or not? It's not going to be friendly enough, I fear. Okay, I don't know. Greens, is there some way we know what this is that I'm just not appreciating? These, oh, okay, let's look at that. That is logical. These 2 digits are the same digit. And that's because, look at this digit. This digit sees these 4 squares of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 each. So it's not these 4, and therefore, but we know that those 5 are a quintuple as well. So this one and this one must be the same, and they go down there. But again, you can see it's not actually done anything for me, alas. I don't think anyway. It goes on this Renban. Do we know? Oh, we know this digit has to appear in a blue cell. It's nearly difficult, actually. It's nearly very difficult. Because it seems to have 2 possible. It can't be in this one anymore. And it can't be in that one. And it can't be in that one. But it might be able to be there exactly, or there exactly. So orange is in one of these 2 positions. Golly, it would be super, wouldn't it, if it was that one? Because then by Sudoku it would be a 6 or a 7. I mean, not that that would particularly do amazing amounts of work, but it would at least do something. Okay, so that was interesting, but I don't think it's quite good enough for what we need. We're going to have to come up with some new logic somehow. And I'm very unsure about where to look for this. It's going to be, I'm sure, no, I'm going to say something ludicrous. I'm sure it's something to do with this line. That feels the line that's got potential ambiguity along it. And nearly a good thought. I mean, that digit has to appear 2, 5. Remember we said these squares, they're all different. They're a set. I want to use a different colour. Let's use pink, well, purple. These digits here are a 2, 5, 6, 7. Set along the line. Actually, that might do something. We know this isn't a 2 anyway, because the natural 2 we know is in one of those squares. So this is 5 or 6. But what I was thinking is, this square here, which must be one of these 4 digits, actually has to go there, doesn't it? Those 2 are the same. I'm going to label that. I'm going to label that up. Right, I'm going to go back to A again. I've not got any A's in my grid anymore. So this digit is actually there as well. So it's in one of these 2. Gosh, could this actually work? It's in one of those 2 by Sudoku. Ah, but it could be the top digit there. That was nearly clever. That was nearly clever. So these digits are the same as this digit. Oh, and it's up there as well, in case that matters. Okay, well, it didn't quite do it, did it? Oh yeah, okay, so this is now a 256 triple. Where's, that's good, this is fine. Where's 7 in this quadruple? It has to be here. Wow, okay, that could be interesting. Oh no, because we don't know whether that's A or not. Right, so these don't include 7. That's not a 7. That's not a 7. Oh, that's so nearly clever. But it's not good enough, is it? 2, 5, 2, 4, 5, 6. Ah! So are we actually saying these two digits are the same now as well? I think we are. It just in the sense that whatever this digit is, it needs to make an appearance along the long line. Oh, but could it be? No, because that's a 4. That's something that's important to remember. So that could be a B now. B, but B could be 2, so B could be that one. But A and B are different. So in this triple, let's label that one as C, in case that's an intelligent thing to do. Yeah, okay, well that's a 2, 5, 6 triple. Alright, so we can take... It's a bit of Sudoku going on here. That's actually almost... It's almost good for this digit, isn't it? That's become 8 or 9. Which is really... That feels like it's almost important. Although I know so little about the rest of these... The rest of these high numbers. Is there something we can do with this? Can we... This is a doubler. This is worth... I'm not thinking that through. That's totally irrelevant. I refuse to go there. Oh, okay. Here's the point. If that is an 8 or a 9, which it appears to be, this is not a 7, 8, 9 triple, is it? Oh, that's quite interesting. So this has... Not only does it have 7 on it now, it has 6 on it as well. Which means that is not a 6. So this is 7s and 6s for sure. So that, oh, so that's an 8 or a 9. Oh, it feels like it's trying to do me a favour. Can we do anything clever with that? We don't know that this is A, do we? If we knew that was A, it really would be great. We know one of these is A. And if A was here, do we know? That's fine, I think. Oh, sorry. If this is 9, this is 8. That would do some things in the world. I'm desperately clutching at straws here, trying to figure out what is going on. No. Okay, stuck again. Stuck again, but we're slowly but surely progressing. But it's getting very slow. It must be... No. Okay, let's take stock of green. Well, we've had 1s, 3s, 4s. The 2 we know is in one of these. And then the others are all 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And that actually is consistent with what we're seeing, isn't it? Okay, so let's go back to blues where we have got, again, we need these to be a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 triple, but the thing is we know so little, I think. About the high digits. And this Renban is just, it's the weirdest thing ever. It's a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Renban. Yeah. Yeah. Even though that seems like you've got 2 2s in the box, you haven't really, because that's valued as 2. This is 2, 8, 9. Okay. So somehow or other, I'm supposed to understand what to do next. Okay, so maybe we've got to do more colouring then. So this digit I will call D, on the basis that it is not that digit because it's a blue digit. So that digit is in one of those squares, and therefore, but it could be A. Could be A. Oh no, it can't be A actually. No, it can't be A. So it is fair to give this a new label. D is in one of these squares, but D is also, remember, and D has to be, yeah, D. Yeah, this is interesting. Let's stop here a sec. D has to be in the yellow set. Now D is not this, it's not that digit in the yellow set because that transposes here. So D, which is in one of these two squares, is not that yellow, so that is D, and therefore that is not 7. I mean, it's not going to do anything, but that is true, what we've just learned. So perhaps there's some way of working through these. I don't know. If that's D. That's huge. Okay, let's take that one stage further. Where's D in box 3? Because D, we've said, is not orange, so D is in the corner. Oh. So is D the same as... No, D is not this one. Oh, this is it. I've done it. I think. Because D is not... D is in this corner as 8 or 9. So D is 8 or 9, but D is not blue because D started off here as its life. So it's 8 or 9, it's that. And it can't be A anymore because it's 8 or 9. A is, remember, is 5 or 6 over there. So this is a 9 and it's D. So that is 8. This is 9. This is 9. I've got to be really careful here not to mess up these conclusions, because now, well, this is obviously a 5, 6, 7 triple, but also that corner digit there is the A in that panoply, and the 7 must be here by Sudoku, which means you might have to colour 5s and 6s in a moment, but oh, that's 9 now by Sudoku. 9 is this one, which is, remember, that's the D digit, isn't it? So that's there. It's here. Oh, I've got to be really careful now because it is in there, but it's going to have to be in there as a green digit, which is fairly ludicrous. This can't be 8 because we've had the blue 8. This is not 9. It'd be so easy to make an error here. But I feel suddenly hopeful that we might be able to do this. Okay, we don't know which of these is A still, apparently. How can it possibly be the case that I don't know which of these green digits is 2 still? But I do know these are 2 and 8. That is something I know. So maybe the way this is going to work out is I'm going to find the green 8 in one of these squares. That's not impossible. It's almost, it's not quite forced, but it's almost forced. Right. So we can get rid of D from here now, because we've worked out D is 9. Maybe I double click 9s. No, it didn't work. I've got the next swing of 9s left. I know this digit is not able to be 8 because it transposes to a Renban down here by Sudoku, which has only got 5, 6 and 7 on it. I can also obviously get rid of 9 from this square. So this is a 5, 6, 7 triple, which we've probably known for ages. So we also know that the yellow 8 is now in here, don't we? So this is not 8. Which just makes you desperate, or me desperate, to assume it's A, but I still don't think I know it's A. I would love to know, but I don't think I do. There's a 5, 6, 7 triple there, look. Yeah, that seems reasonable, so that becomes an 8. So this is an 8. There's no 8 in here. Okay, well, that's a small win for the goodies. Oh dear, okay. And I now don't know what to do again. Oh dear. Come on. How do we finish this off? I've got, this is properly pencil marked, this grid. For me. I mean, this is really quite oh, that's 8. So that's 2. That's massive. That's what we needed. Because if that's 2, well, not only is that 8, which I suppose I should put in, and that 8, which takes 8 out of green now, but also 8's been blue, so we can take 8 altogether out of those. That must be right. So 8 goes in there by Sudoku, here by Sudoku, here 9 goes here. That does the 9. Now the 9 we've had in blue, so that is green, which means that you can't repeat a green in a row, so that is legitimate. We can do that, that, and that. I don't know if that helps, but it is all true. That square, oh, bother, I don't know. We've got a 6, 7 pair we're left with. But if this is the green 2, what is that? It is not a green 2, is it? And therefore, well, we said that digit is the same as that digit. So the 2 on the long line is finally known to be here. And therefore, I want to say here by Sudoku, and here is a 4. And we're close, but we're not still done. We've got 5, 6 pairs all over the place. And I dare say I'm going to have to colour them all. But we might not have to. I don't know. I've got a 5, 6, 7 triple left in green and a 5, 6, 7 triple left in blue. So that's working. Wow. This is one of the most extraordinary puzzles I have ever seen in my life. Ah, that's a 4 by Sudoku. So does that mean A was 5 or 6, wasn't it? So this is now A. So that's A by Sudoku, I think. Not sure I trust that deduction. Let's think this through. So where did we start off with A being? I can't remember where we started off with. Was it here? I'm not sure. Anyway, this is A, which made that A. That's fair enough. That seemed to have to be B. So that's A, that's A. So this is A, which is therefore not 7. But we don't know which of these, and we don't know which of these. No. Although, hang on, we've got to have A. We've got to have A in yellow. Maybe that's the point. Where's A in yellow? And if that's A, which it appears to be, that is not A. This can't be A by Sudoku. So that is A. Well, that one. And now that is not A. That's not what I expected. So A is this digit in blue. And that means that's a 7, which means 7 has appeared in yellow, which means that's a 7 by Sudoku, which means that's a 6. That's going to do it, is it? Because that's all of a sudden means this is 5 and A is 5. Good grief. Good grief. A's in the corner. Oh, please work. Please work. Naughty puzzle. A was 5. A was 5, so that's a 6. This is a 6. That's a 7. That's a 6. That's a 5. That's a 7. That's a 6. That's 7. Now, have we got different digits? I think we have, in green at least. And blue. That is one of the most brilliant puzzles. It's a very long video, but it might be correct. Let us see. Boom! Boom! How brilliant was that? My goodness me, what a puzzle. That is so exceptional. I cannot tell you how clever that is. Analytical Ninja, I'm sure I've asked you to take a bow before, but I have never heard of the constructor Kafkapharnaum, who has announced their debut to the Sudoku world, or at least this channel, in the most devastating way. That is just sensational. Just sensational. All of the little steps in that, it's been so carefully put together, hasn't it? Just ludicrously cleverly put together. And it was a 20-cell Renban, even though you can immediately see with doublers you can't sniff 20 different digits. But this body snatching idea, I mean, well, it deserves all of the plaudits it's getting. It deserves its 100% rating for both difficulty and beauty, and it is one of the greatest Sudokus I have ever seen in my life. Let me know in the comments how you got on. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind. And we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.